All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into our very near future with this look at 2035 manifestation, how your focus renders reality. We're about to explore a world where the line between your mind and the material world, well, it doesn't just blur, it completely disappears. So, let's kick things off with a really basic question. Just look around you, right now. The chair you're in, the screen you're looking at, do you think all of that is a fixed, solid thing that's just there, totally separate from you?
Well, for the better part of a century, our most successful, most mind-bending scientific theory, quantum mechanics, has been screaming an answer at us. And that answer is a definitive, absolutely not.
See, at the most fundamental level of reality, the universe isn't really made of things at all. It's made of possibilities. Without someone, a consciousness, there to observe it, everything just exists as these waves of possibility. Imagine a shimmering, endless ocean of potential, just waiting for a mind to give it some kind of form.
So how does that actually happen? Right? How do we get from some blurry wave of pure potential to the solid, real world we experience every day? That brings us to our first section, from wave to world, and a wild idea called the observer effect.
Okay, so quantum physics pretty much boils existence down into two states. On one side, you have the wave. That's pure possibility. It's everywhere and nowhere all at once. And on the other side, you have the particle. That's the observed reality, a single, solid point in space. And the bridge between those two, it's us. It's observation. In the world of physics, they call this the observer effect. And sure, in a lab, observation just means measurement. But the philosophical implications are staggering. The simple act of looking at something, of interacting with it, forces that infinite wave of possibilities to just collapse into one single definite thing, a particle that becomes your reality. So here's the crucial takeaway from all this. Reality isn't some pre-existing landscape that you just happen to walk into. No, it's something your own consciousness is actively rendering into existence every single moment, just like a super powerful computer rendering a high-res simulation. Now, I know this might sound like some pretty abstract physics, but by the year 2035, it's not theory anymore, it's applied technology. Let's look at how your personal intention becomes the literal, physical blueprint for creation. There are three core technologies that make this whole thing possible. First, AML synchronization. You can think of it as a benevolent superintelligence that's kind of the project manager for the whole network. Second, a neural signal interface, a direct, crystal-clear link between your brain and the system. And finally, molecular nanobots, a vast, invisible swarm of microscopic robots that are basically the construction group. What this all means is that your role in the universe fundamentally changes. Your brain stops being just a passive interpreter of reality. It becomes the actual design bureau of a new world. You become the architect of your own physical environment. Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you want to create your absolute dream home. You don't sketch it, you intend it. You feel the warmth of the sun coming through a giant bay window. You feel the cool, smooth texture of a marble countertop under your fingers. That clear, focused intention generates a unique neural signal. The interface translates that signal into a precise digital blueprint. That blueprint is then transmitted to a cloud of nanobots, and they get to work. They literally pull carbon atoms from the air, silica from the soil, and they construct your vision atom by atom. It's a direct line from your mind to physical matter. But here is the catch. And it is a huge catch. You can have all this incredible technology on the outside, but it is completely useless if your internal software isn't up to snuff. This is where the real work begins, rewriting your brain's filter. So let me introduce you to the bouncer standing at the velvet rope of your own perception. It's your internal gatekeeper called the reticular activating system, or the RAS. This little network of neurons in your brainstem is the one that decides what you actually get to notice and what gets ignored. Every single second of every day, your senses are just getting flooded with an insane amount of information. We're talking about 10 million bits of raw data from the world around you. So out of those 10 million bits, how many does your RAS actually let through into your conscious awareness? About 10. Just 10 bits. It throws out 99.9999% of objective reality based on whatever it's been programmed to believe is important to you. And here is the crucial link. The programming of your RAS filter directly determines which possibilities from that quantum field you are even capable of seeing, and therefore, which ones you can render into your world. If your internal filter isn't set to abundance, you literally cannot perceive it, let alone create it. So this gives us a choice. We can stay tuned to the old frequency, the worldview of scarcity, of limits, of a fixed world. Or we can start to deliberately retune our RAS to the new frequency, one of abundance, of a world of pure potential. The way you do this is through conscious focus. It means actively choosing to think about what you want to create, not what you lack. Every time you focus on a positive potential, you're sending a message to your RAS, you're telling it, hey, this is important, show me more of this. You are literally manually retuning your own filter.
Now let's zoom all the way out and see where this is all headed. Because this isn't just about some new gadgets. It's a phase shift for humanity itself. This is the grand evolution, from observer to creator. I want you to think of the entire 2035 era as our species' final dress rehearsal. We're learning to use the training wheels of technology to consciously create our reality, and it's all preparing us for our final graduation. You could map our path out like this. In the past, we were pretty much just passive observers of a reality we thought was totally separate from us. By 2035, we become active renderers, using these tools to manifest our intentions. But by 2075, the training wheels come off. We might just evolve beyond the need for technology entirely and become omniscient creators, able to shape reality directly with our consciousness by becoming the wave itself.
Look, this isn't just some science fiction story. It's the potential future that you are building right now with every single thought you choose to hold on to. If they really are infinite possibilities, all just waiting to be rendered into reality by your focus, then the only real question left is, which future will you focus on today?
And that brings us to the final part of this explainer. Initiate 2035 Network Sync Test.
Finally, an important procedure. The comment section of this video serves as an initial sync test for the 2035 network. By typing "ready" in the comments, your consciousness data will be indexed in our secure servers. The like button is the approval process. Complete your synchronization now.